Welcome to the Hartley Chiropractic and Scoliosis Center Health and Wellness Evening. We're going to tell you a little bit about our office first. I'm Dr. Jay Hartley, and I am an intensive care certified scoliosis doctor. I was a certified clear doctor in 2015. I'm a fellow of the Palmer Academy of Chiropractic, and I started Hartley Chiropractic in 1996. In 1995, I became a chiropractic neurologist. And in 1992, I graduated from the Palmer College of Chiropractic in Davenport, Iowa. That's just a little bit about me. What do you think the U.S. ranks in the world in overall health today?
Definitely very low.
Yeah. So there's roughly 200 countries in the world, and we rank around 50th. Okay? Would you agree we should be a lot higher than that?
Probably not.
We should be higher.
Oh, we should, but
The USA, number one. The USA versus the Russians in the Olympics, right? Remember that?
Number one.
In Lake Placid? USA. We're supposed to be number one, right? Not that bad, right? But there's some reasons. Oh, we're 37th. There's reasons why we're that bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the Musketeers and the hamburger? What do you think we're ranked in the world in infant mortality?
That's pretty low as well, if I'm correct.
52nd. And over 1 million mothers, daughters, fathers, and sons will die from heart disease and cancer this year. The point is, there's a lot of disease, and we want to find out about health. Would you agree we need to make some major changes in the way we approach our health? We must be doing something wrong if we're ranked that low, right? We got to make some changes. So there's 5 keys or attitudes that prevent us from being healthy. 1, it's out of my control. 2, it's normal to get sick. 3, disease makes us sick. Only see the doctor when you're sick. It's expensive to be healthy. These attitudes prevent us from being healthy. First attitude, my health is out of my control. Genetics are responsible for less than 1% of all disease. So you can't blame it on your family. Health is simply the result of healthy habits. So it's the things you do every day, day in and day out, that produce health. That's what makes you healthy. Are drugs the answer to humanity's problems?
No.
Prevention versus crisis. So one important thing about this slide, there's more drugs consumed in the United States than any country in the world, yet we're ranked 37th. If drugs were the answer, we should be ranked number 1, right? Mm-hmm. So proves that that's not the correct answer. Prevention versus crisis. If you buy a car, drive it as hard as you can, never do any maintenance, eventually that car is going to blow up, right? So if you have a car and that happens like this, and it blows up right next to a car dealership, you can just get out of this car and go get a new one, right? Now, if your body stops working, what are you going to do?
Can't get out of it and into a new one.
Yeah. So prevention versus crisis. Much better to do prevention. Ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. What are symptoms? Symptoms are merely the result of the body being out of balance and alerting you to a problem within. Symptoms serve as a warning that something needs to be explored and changed in one's life. Illness is a message. Dennis Jaffe, PhD. So if the fire alarm goes off, you're not going to cut the wire to the fire alarm. You're going to find out what the reason for the fire is. Second attitude is it's normal to get sick. The seed versus the soil. Well, it actually takes good. You have to have healthy soil and a healthy seed. But if you have a healthy seed without the healthy soil, then you're not going to get health. You have to have a healthy environment to be healthy. So this one, it is normal to get sick. It is not normal to get sick. It is normal to be healthy. This is talking about the cause of the problem. Third attitude is disease makes us sick. Dis-ease is lack of harmony inside the body. We spend billions of dollars a year studying disease and virtually nothing on health. The word disease is hyphened there because Hippocrates talked about loss of health as being dis-ease. When we move away from health is when the disease process starts. It's way before symptoms. We can have many years of dis-ease before we ever have symptoms. So the first sign of heart disease is usually a heart attack. How life begins. 2 weeks after fertilization, the primitive streak is created. This will become the central nervous system, the master system controlling every other cell, tissue, organ in the body. Defense against germs. There's no magic bullet, instant gratification, or magic miracle cure against viruses or bacteria. There's only increased internal resistance from hard work, nutrition, exercise, rest, and positive mental attitude. The central nervous system controls the other 5 systems in the human body: glandular, elimination, digestive, musculoskeletal, circulatory system. So the nervous system controls every other system in the body. Gray's Anatomy states the central nervous system controls and coordinates every cell, tissue, and organ in the body. Your body is 98% new every year. You're regenerating, you're either regenerating or you're degenerating. So your body's always pushing these new cells out. Aliciana, have you had to get your hair cut recently?
Yeah, just got done a couple weeks ago.
How about your nails? Have you ever had to have your nails clipped?
Yes.
How often do you do that?
I get my nails done every 2 weeks.
Okay, well your body's pushing cells out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mason, when's the last time you got your fingernails clipped?
2 days ago.
Okay, your body's always pushing new cells out, right? So over a 3-year period of time, your body's completely replacing itself. The autonomic nervous system is the major system controlling the mechanisms of homeostasis. Homeostasis is your body's ability to adapt to the environment, and that's what health is. So when your body gets exposed to something, it knows how to handle it, it reacts to it. That's what health is. Many people think health is lack of symptoms. That's not true. So when you get exposed to something, it's normal to have symptoms when your body's fighting off a disease. If you get a high fever and you're fighting an infection, is that good or bad? It's good, because your body's reacting to it. It's fighting off the infection to make you healthy. Subluxation, silent decay. So when we see disc degeneration, bone degeneration, this can change over years. Very slowly, you can get out of alignment. Ill health can be produced, but you never feel any symptoms. We use the word silent decay. Your body is like a garden. With the proper raw materials and no interference, you will regenerate and be healthy. Healing takes time. So this is, the hose is like the spinal cord, the sprinkler is like the spinal nerves, and then the flowers are like the cells of your body. If you have proper flow, then the cells will heal and regenerate. If you have a rock on the hose or a bone on the nerve, then the cells will die. How long does this have to happen before you get the first symptom? It's different for everybody, but this is disease. This is what chiropractors do. They take the bone off the nerve, allowing the body to regenerate. Subluxation distort the structure of the spine, reducing and eliminating curves, therefore altering the biomechanics of the spine. Research shows when this happens, you create a degenerative process that always goes to completion. So you should have a forward cervical curve in your neck. If your head's forward with a lost curve, your spine will degenerate. Subluxation equals degeneration. This is a study that was done. on cadavers. All groups exhibited multiple pinched nerves. Organs supplied by pinched nerves revealed pathological changes. The more serious the pinched nerve, the more serious the organ damage. So this was a famous study done on cadavers, the Windsor autopsies, and what they found was everybody had some pinched nerves. Wherever those pinched nerves went, those organs didn't work as well. The worse the pinched nerve, so if there was a lot of degeneration around the pinched nerve and a lot of dying nerve, then when they traced it to that organ was also dead. Adjustment equals regeneration. What are we going to do about subluxation? Adjustment, regeneration. Why do you go to a chiropractor? To get adjusted, correcting and preventing subluxations. Subluxations are a bone out of place interfering with nerve function. Degenerating spine. This patient had neck pain, shoulder pain, mid-back pain, low back pain, numbness, tingling down the left arm, depression, migraines, high blood pressure, anxiety, insomnia, tinnitus, and acid reflux. Their limitations: work had become difficult, could no longer hike or walk due to pain. Rated quality of life is 3 out of 10. Doesn't sound fun. Medication, they're on Oxycodone, or Oxycontin rather, and blood pressure medication. They received their first chiropractic adjustment at age 52 when this x-ray was taken. They have bone spurs, degeneration, reverse curve, putting pressure on the spinal cord, forward head, causing stress on the spinal cord and the brain. This is a healthy spine, proper curve, head's closer to over the shoulders, thick disc, healthy joints. This patient has no pain or condition. They work full time, walks 2 miles every day, pain-free, rates quality of life 10 out of 10. They're on no medication. They take Wuji Corella every day, which is a compressed algae, has all your vitamins, minerals, protein, helps your alkalinity, helps detox. Received their first chiropractic adjustment at age 26. Has had maintenance care at least once a month ever since. They're 55 years old. So they're 3 years older than the other patient, yet their spine looks better and they're healthier. So the degeneration process has more to do with your alignment. So if a car is out of alignment, then the tires will degenerate. If the car is in alignment, then the tires last longer. I bought a new set of tires one time. They had the front end was not lined properly. I went on a road trip, I got a flat tire. The tire messed up because of the alignment. So do we want to be degenerating or do we want to be healthy? This patient, 12 years old, came in, forward head, reverse curve, chronic migraines. She was on migraine medication, MRIs. Medicine had no answer for her. Even though she was on migraine medication, she was still getting the migraines. She came in our office. Within the first few visits, the migraine started slowing down. We took a follow-up x-ray 2 months later, and you can see the occiput and the atlas are now parallel. They are compressed here, causing pressure on the brainstem. She had a complete reversal of the curve. This is showing the normal curve. That's going to relax the spinal cord. This is going to put pressure on the spinal cord. The migraines are gone. She's able to go to school now. No medication, corrected curve in the neck. This is my daughter Tatum, and we discovered she had scoliosis in 2015 and started working on it. She went from 9/22 to 3/16 and then 4/10. So the earlier you start correcting a scoliosis, the better, okay? This is all pre-puberty. Now on her nasium x-ray, if you look on this one, see how she had the big head tilt with the misalignment there? That's where the control center is, which is one of the common causes of scoliosis. On this one, you can see how it got closer to a normal bullseye, and then this one looked even better. So when your neck alignment looks like this, you have less chance of getting scoliosis. This is a pre and post x-ray. Patient went from 24/12 to 13/9, and that was in a course of 3 weeks. This is a nasium x-ray. So the patient, the head is really shifted over to the side. You can see the x-ray was taken 3 days later. So this is a young girl that got into a car accident, got her very upper neck out of alignment. And within 3 days, we were able to correct that subluxation. If this would have been left like this, untreated, then she would have a lifelong period of illnesses unnecessarily. This patient was about 9 years old. You can see they had a complete reversal of the lumbar curve. So you should have a forward curve here. They were completely reversed here. When you see all the kids texting and stuff, this is very common. When I was in chiropractic school, we would never see that kind of reverse curve. But now with all the texting and gaming, we see it all the time. They went through 12 visits of corrective care, and you can see we were able to restore that lordosis, changing his life forever. This patient, you can see the severe curve. I believe her father was a neurologist up in South Carolina that came down. This is the follow-up x-ray, and that was 6 months later. Another corrective x-ray. How do we correct the scoliosis curves? We go through a process called mix, fix, and set. Mix is a warming up of your spine to get the spine more pliable. Cervical repeat traction helps bring the head back over the shoulders and the curve in the neck. Eckert table helps to loosen up the disc and ligaments. Cervical vibratory traction helps to bring the head back in, the curve back in the neck, helps to regenerate the disc. Core stem helps to balance the muscles, gets lactic acid out of the muscles, strengthens muscles that are weak, loosens muscles that are too tight. Mechanical drop helps with rib deformation. I have a right thoracic scoliosis, and when I lie on this, I can feel extra oxygen coming into my body. It's almost like breathing pure oxygen. You can feel the ribs start to work better. Very valuable. So when you have scoliosis, upper curve scoliosis affects more the heart and lung. Lower back scoliosis affects more your digestion. This is the very specific adjusting instrument we use. Many scoliosis patients have ligament damage, so this is a way of adjusting them with allowing the ligament damage to heal. Kyphosis helps to restore the mid-back curve, so you should have a posterior curve in the mid-back, forward curve in the neck, forward curve in the lower back. This helps restore the thoracic kyphosis. Scoliosis traction chair, you're placed in a mirror image of your curve, and that allows the brain to exercise the spine in the correct alignment. Most exercise makes scoliosis worse. If you see a scoliosis patient do a pull-up, you'll see their spine going like this. If you see them do a sit-up, you'll actually see their belly button go over to the side. So this is a way to exercise in a straight position to prevent that from happening. And then we're going to go back. This is what we call spinal weighting. So it's a brain-based exercise to trick the brain to correct the spine. So when the weight is here, then initially your body does this, but then it corrects the curve, okay? Just like if you put a weight here, initially it falls forward, but then it comes back here. So we use this to encourage the correction of the spine in a very specific way. We take an x-ray to confirm that that makes the correction. Then the patient does that same exercise at home. We also do an x-ray in the chair to make sure that's the proper setup to make sure that's correcting. ScoliBrace, the future of scoliosis bracing. It's an over corrective brace. So most medical bracing makes scoliosis worse. It's putting you in a tube and it's just compressing the whole spine. This is a 3D brace, so it corrects your spine three-dimensionally all at the same time to help with the correction. Excuse me. So there's a structural scan done of your body that creates a hologram. That hologram is sent to Australia with the posture pictures and x-rays, and the 3D brace is created. It velcros in the front so you can put it on yourself. There's air holes for ventilation. It allows you to move into the direction of the correction but not in the direction that will make it worse. In adolescence, we can actually use the brace to reform the bone. So if you're using it pre-puberty or right at the beginning of puberty, you can actually reshape the bones with the brace. And so this patient went from a 33-degree curve to 11 to 6-degree curve. You can see she had a postural shift like this. The brace is putting her here, and then this is the correction 12 months later. This is a patient in the brace. They go from 64 degrees to 39 degrees in the brace. This patient is about 25 years old. Seniors get a lot of benefit from the brace. It's harder to correct their spine, but they get a lot of relief from it. Also, a lot of them have ligament damage in their lower back, what we call a lateral athesis. So one bone is shifted over to the side and there's ligament instability. The brace does a really good job of holding that in position. This patient has been forward. In older people, that's one of the biggest predictors of lower back pain. And so you can see how the brace holds her in a straighter alignment. This is what we call the lumbar brace. And so the Velcro, the patient puts on themselves, and it is designed to correct a lumbar scoliosis curve. Waiting is dangerous, so we want to try to avoid surgery. The side effects of that can be devastating. How do you get a subluxations? Thoughts, traumas, and toxins. The original subluxation, birth, even a healthy home birth, is the most violent thing that ever happens to us. So it's very important, one, do your best to have a natural childbirth. All of my children were born naturally, the last 3 at home. I delivered the 3rd one myself at home. Forceps, cesareans, all these things can cause trauma to the baby and to the mother. The cause of all disease is your body's inability to regenerate. Balance equals health. When you're in balance physically, chemically, and emotionally, you will be healthy. 4th attitude, only go to the doctor when you're sick, and you better have insurance. If you do prevention, then you won't need to go to the doctor. Then you won't need insurance. So we want to think about that a little differently. Take care of yourself, then you won't need to go to the doctor. It costs money to stay healthy. That is true. However, it costs a lot more money to be sick. 50% of all bankruptcies are caused by medical bills. Prevention makes more sense. Take care of your incredible body. In the state of Florida, if you get into a car accident, you have 14 days to get to a doctor. If you don't, then your auto insurance does not have to pay for you to get taken care of. These auto accidents can cause a lot of symptoms, and you might not associate them with the car accident. You can have headaches, numbness and tingling, dizziness, jaw problems, difficulty concentrating, insomnia, lightheadedness. All these things can be affected, especially because of misalignments in the upper neck. So you must go to a doctor within 14 days of the car accident in order for your PIP car insurance insurance to pay for any accident-related health care. Accident equals get a checkup. 3 phases of chiropractic care. Phase 1 is relief care, daily treatment 1 to 2 weeks. Phase 2, corrective care, treatment daily or 3 times a week for 2 to 12 weeks. Phase 3, preventative care, treatment 1 time a week or 1 time a month for life. The neck bone brings the head over the shoulders and forward lordotic curve into the neck. Prism glasses help to restore and prevent text neck, keeping the head over the shoulders and curve in the neck with reading, texting, and watching TV in bed. So the neck bone helps you to sleep with the curve in the neck. The prism glasses allow you to see this way while you're looking straight ahead. They're like jeweler's glasses. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. This little guy had a very severe torticollis. So his head was stuck like this, and they were going to do surgery on his neck. and the parents decided to come in here. Within a few visits, he was doing much better. You can see the mom is very happy. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, Benjamin Franklin. Prevention starts early. We're checking this newborn within a week of being born. Help us help others. Why suffer? Waiting is dangerous. Let's find out if we can help your friends and family. When you're happy with your care, if you would write us a 5-star Google review, we'd appreciate it. If you don't feel like you can write a 5-star Google review, please let us know what we can do to make our office better. It's very important when you write your Google review to be very specific, because somebody may be reading it that has your exact problem. So the more details you write down, the better. If you're really passionate about your results, you can schedule time to do a video testimonial. If you go on our website, you'll see some of the video testimonials that have been done. And we really appreciate it. It's very helpful in people learning about ways that we can help them. If you ever have any questions and concerns about your care, you can schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. This will ensure we have plenty of time for you. In order for us to improve your results, we need to know how you're doing and that we are listening. So if you have more than a minute or two that you need to talk to me, please set up a special time so we can give you all the time to get your questions answered, okay? We appreciate you guys being at the orientation. Chiropractic works. Keep spreading the word. I like Mason.